Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good. So today I am coming here with another project in Django and that will be a different one from the previous. So this is a project what we will do that user will give some input and we will just submit the form and get the output as a result in it uppercase. So let me show you how it's working, right? So for that let me open my terminal. So inside the terminal, I have activated the virtual window. That is the name I have given code. And inside the project folder, now I will type code space dot. It will open my Visual Studio Code. You can see it just open. Now what I will do, I will run the server. That is, I will start the development server. For that, I will type the command Python hyphen Python manage dot py run server, and I will hit enter. You see, at this local host, our development server has just started. Then you paste it in the browser. So this is the form which I have created, and inside this, user will give the input, and I will convert it into the uppercase. First, let me make you understand how we are doing it. So let me open my Visual Studio Code here. So what I am doing here right now, that is inside this, whenever the user will type the local host, that is when I just copy it and just paste it the local host, then what it will do, it will tell, that is Django will matches the requested URL with the URL pattern in urls.py file. So it will come whenever the local host I have just clicked, that is whenever I have submitted the form. When I have just submitted the form, let me type anything I want. Let me type hello Siri, and I will just hit enter. Sorry, you can give multiple text also. When I will click on this convert to uppercase, you see the uppercase, it has got converted. What is doing here, that when I have just submitted the form, that is when I will hit this convert to uppercase button, it has just came to the urls.py file. Then the urls.py file, upon coming, it matches the requested URL with the URL pattern in the urls.py file. So obviously it is there, and if when it finds a match, it sends the request to the appropriate views function. So you see here I have declared the views function, that is the name of the file inside which I have declared the home function. So it will now come to views.py file. Upon coming to the views.py file, the view function will handle the business logics, that is it will process the input, the query database, or rendering the template. Then it sends the response to the template file, that is back response, and then what it will do, the HTML file I have declared it here, it will send it back to the user. So upon getting the views function, I am sending the request, the template, that is the HTML file, and the context, that is dictionary, to the template folder. And inside this, upon running this whole logic, it will display the page back to the user. So this is the workflow it's going on. So let me make you understand what I have written in views.py file. Here from Django shortcut, I have imported the render function. So what is a render function, right? So render function is nothing but it will tell you, it is used to return a template with context. That is, it binds our Python logic which is written in views.py file with the HTML template which I have defined in the template folder. That is, it simply binds the Python logic in the views file with the HTML template that is defined in this template folder. That is the work of the render module. So inside this home, it's taking the request and is showing that whether the uppercase text is none or not. So when it got that, it's first I'm initializing it as a none for the clarity. That is that is the uppercase text is none. Then I'm coming to this request dot method post. So what it's doing, this request dot method, this will tell the user that whenever the request it has got, it was sent to the server. So upon sending to the server, that is when I have submitted the form, it will take the request and it will send to the server. This will check if the form was submitted. That is, the post request is used for submitting data to the server. Then inside this, in line number 7, you see I have used here request.post.get user text. I have given an empty string and I have used the strip method. Strip method here, it's just, what is this is strip method. Strip method is used because it just removes the white spaces, that is the leading and the trailing spaces is removed. So request dot post here is stores all the form data submitted via the post, and this get, what it does here, it tries to retrieve the value of the field name, that is user text, from the form. If it does not exist, it will return an empty string. And here strip method is used to remove the leading and the trailing paces from the input. And inside this context, what I am doing here, I am declaring one dictionary. So in here, when the dictionary is declared, okay, let me explain this one also. If text, suppose if the clean input is not empty, then the code converts it in uppercase. I have used here the uppercase function and I am converting it in here, and it's stored in the variable uppercase underscore text. And then I'm creating a context dictionary that is prepared to store the data which is needed by the template, because I'm sending it to the template. If the form was submitted, the original text stores the user's input. Obviously, if the form is submitted, it will store the user input. Otherwise, it was set to an empty string. That's why for that I have given here the empty string, because if there is no data, then it will obviously set it to empty string. And this uppercase text stores the converted uppercase text, and it will display none if the form wasn't submitted, because before and only I have initialized the uppercase text to none. So then it sends a request, the HTML file and the context, the three parameters, to this index folder. So when it comes, let me show you once again to the views file, that this line will render this index, that is inside home folder. I have declared the index.html file, and it will pass the context dictionary to it. And then inside this template, I will access the original text and the uppercase text to display the input and the output. That is here. So let me now show you what is I'm doing here. In this HTML document structure, you can see here this two line, that is this two line, it shows that the document follows the standard HTML5 format, and this line, that is the language equals to AN, it indicates that the page content is in English, which improves our accessibility. And inside this head section, that is this much section, you can see that I have used UTF-8, which this line ensures that the page can display special characters correctly. And this line number 5, it tells that it makes the page responsive on mobile devices too. I have here used Bootstrap CSS, this one, to include the style, the form, and the alerts nicely. That is to have a style to the form. Now in the body section, you can see I have used the div container. So inside this div container, you can see that I have given a margin with a top of 5 unit. This is the margin I have given with a top of 5 unit. That is, I am ensuring that the content is center and space. That is all I am using for the styling of the form. And then in the h1 tag, I have declared here that the that is the uppercase Janine. I have given a name. You can give any suitable name you want. You can see here I have given this one uppercase Janine, and I have given it in h1 tag. You can give any size to it, like h2, h4 you want. Then in the div container, you can see that inside, sorry, I have already declared, and now in this form you can see that it's showing we are taking the method post. So what it's doing, it's telling the form method, that is sends the user input to the server using the post method. And I have here declared the crf token, as I have told previously also, that it's a cross-site request forgery token which is required for the security in Django. That is, we are using the ginger template. And I have here used the text area because for the multi-line input, that is, user can give more than one input also, and it shows the previous input using this original text. That is, or a previous input it will also show, and the next input the user is giving, it will also show. Then I am using the submit button here. I am using this button and the type is submit, which triggers the form submission and the conversion. The next thing that is coming, that is the most important, that is displaying the converted text. So you see from line number 25 to line number 34, that is, I have highlighted the part. That is, the line number 25, you see, if uppercase text exists, then it is displayed in a success alert using the uppercase text. That is this one. It will just show. I have used the success alert here. If the form was submitted but the input was empty, it will give a warning alert. That is, it will come to the elif part and it will show a warning alert and prompting the user to enter some valid text to convert. So let me show you, so giving some invalid result. Okay, suppose I am giving nothing. I am giving a that is empty string, and now I am telling to convert it into uppercase. So just show, you see, no valid input, please enter some text to convert. It's showing alert, it means it's giving a warning. And here I have used the bootstrap javascript for interactivity. This script ensures that bootstrap's interactive components like alerts work correctly. So this is the main fundamental thing which I am doing here. So let me give you a summary to it. That is, initially what is doing, when the page is first open, the form was empty. So let me show you when the page was first open. Let me stop the server and run it once again. So when the page is first open, the form is empty, right? And there is no output to be shown. So when I am just giving some data, that is when I am giving some string to it, and I'm hitting convert, clicking this button, convert to uppercase. What is this? That is, it enters a text, and when I'm clicking it, the form sends the post request to the server. Then the view processes the input. The view processes the input and then it sends back the original text and the uppercase version to the template, that is index.html file. Okay, and when then I will display the result. So if the user provides a valid input, the uppercase result is shown in a success alert, and if the input is empty, is giving a warning alert which prompts the user to give some and to enter some text or how it will convert now. So that's the way we are doing it. That is, the template will display the original text and also the converted uppercase text. I hope you understood this, and you just go through once the video. If you have any doubt, then ask me in the doubt session, and stay tuned to the next video. Bye bye. I will make a more project to it and I will deliver to it. I will make you understand and make it as an easy journey process. So bye bye, have a great day.